Hello my friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree, and I'm here today to do a little flip through of this little journal notebook. This is one of the little booklets that I showed you that I had in a little drawer, and I've had them there for a couple years, and I said I need to do something with them. So this was the first one I did, and this was a little bridge score pad. So I have this little tie closure on here just to kind of hold it closed, but it just comes right off, a little ribbon. And I just had it underneath the string here to keep it on temporarily. So this was a bridge score pad that opened this way, and I decided to, take that top off and connect it over here. So as you can see, it's got a little fabric over. This was a little book. I joined it together and covered it with fabric here and on the inside, so it's got a new little spine. It's just one signature, but still it's a new little spine connecting the front and the back. This is the original back. I didn't do anything to the back. I thought it was, I like to see the original vintageness of things sometimes, and I think y'all do too. So yeah, this is the original front cover. All I added was a little piece here that's a little Tim Holtz piece, and just a little washi flower, a little washi sticker flower there. You can see I did the tie on, or ended the strings, or started and ended here on the outside of this little journal. So the bow would be on the outside with this red string. So let's just do a little flip through of what's in here and how this turned out. I think it's super cute, and this really, like when I sat down to do this, I didn't know if I was going to leave it, flipping up this way and make some kind of little notebook. And I really like how this turned out, and it really inspired me to get out my other bridge score pads, sheets that I have stashed away here in my craft room. That, we use the paper, but a lot of times we don't know what to do with the cover, and it's really inspired me doing this one to get those out and make little, notebooks like this. So I would like to do that in the future. But let's look through this one. So I did line it. It was a papery type cover, and pretty old. And I'm not sure what year it's from, but kind of older, and it's definitely vintage. And so on the inside, I covered it with cardstock to make it nice and sturdy, and where I joined them together, I wanted that to be nice and sturdy too. So I added whatever, I don't remember what I added underneath here, but I do have fabric on the top. I probably added some type of cardstock or tape or something. Anyway, this is a little pocket here, a little Tim Holtz piece. And in here, just a couple pieces of ephemera, a little tag that I had made recently out of some scraps. Added a little flower piece of ephemera there at the top, and a little tag here that was just made out of a cut apart from a scrapbook paper pad or collection kit. And I started it off with this pretty scrapbook paper that coordinates with all the colors here. So this is scrapbook paper that was, this is actually from Hobby Lobby, in case you recognize it, a little paper, 12 by 12 paper pad from Hobby Lobby that I got a couple years ago. And I had coffee dyed the back of that whole pad of like 75 pages, I think those have, or 78 pages. I coffee dyed the whole thing, so it was ready to go. But yeah, so it's coffee dyed on the back. And a lot of the papers in here are coffee dyed because I wanted that, coffee dyed vintage look in here. So this is a little writing paper here, which was coffee dyed. There's some music paper here, and I have a few, I guess you maybe noticed, there's a few of my paper clips where things are decorated paper clips where things are clipped in, but a little sales tag. I made that one myself. I typed it on my computer and printed them out and cut them out. So that's not a purchased one, it's one I made. That's the music paper, and then coffee dyed paper here with a little tiny Tim Holtz label there. Pretty, this page has such gorgeous colors. When I saw it, I just had to put it in here, and it's a page from a children's book. And then there are several sheets from the original bridge score pad in here. So this is one of them. I put them, they were small, just like this cover. This wasn't cut down, it was this size. And so I put some of the score sheets together and made, you know, signature pages here. So this is the first one. It has the, like, you know, your kind of typical score sheet on the front, and then it has this grid on the back, which I think is really cool. Coffee dyed paper here with a little, this is just a little piece of ephemera paper I had here, made it into a pocket. And we have in here just another little piece of paper that you can do something with, craft with, make a little collage in here. A couple of tickets that I had made. Let's see, that one's upside down. And then a little tag that I had made out of some little golden book paper. Got a little baker's twine on there. So that's a little tiny tag. That was die cut, so it's got the stitches around it. And then here's another score sheet. I wanted to put a few of those in here, so you'll see those. This is a recipe clipped on. This is another music page. Bridge score sheet there. Coffee dyed paper. And oh, this is the coffee dyed paper on the back of the scrapbook paper. Another piece of this here. So pretty. So I put that in the middle. And then you have the back of all of those same type of sheets. There's a little clock here I have attached with, and it does turn if you would like to turn it. Little clock that I put on with the brad. And then on the other side of the brad, to cover up the back little prongs of the brad, I have a little cluster here with a piece of the fabric scrap from the spine and a little Tim Holtz envelope there. And then just a little scrappy pad, you know, one of my little scrappy notepads. This is a tiny one, clipped on this page, this music page. And the same papers you just saw in the first half. There's a little washi floral sticker there on this music. Is this music? Oh, this is the children's book page. And then coffee dyed paper. And then this one here, let's see, was this a pocket? I think this was actually a belly band. Does it go through? Oh no, this one's the pocket. This is a flip up. That's right. I forgot what this was. So this is a pocket, but it's also a flip up. I think it still flips up. Oh, hold on. Oh, there it goes. I kind of caught it up in the signature a little bit there, but yeah, it still flips up. And then a journaling card here and a tag. All in that pocket, a flip up pocket. And then the writing paper, the scrapbook paper, and then the pocket in the back, little washi sticker, floral sticker there. And in this pocket is a vintage playing card that I received in Happy Mail from Mardell. Oh, this was from Mardell too, a little tag, pretty little tag there, I love that one. So gorgeous. And then a little embellishment tag. You can add a string to this, or you can glue it down somewhere as a decoration, but just a little fun little flamingo. Who doesn't need a little flamingo in their journal, right? So yeah, that's it. I think I showed you everything. I've got a little packet of, I'm going to call it a little scrap pack here. A little scrap pack to go along with this. So yeah, the little tie closure will come around. Yeah, I just slipped it through the string here like this in case you take it off, or whoever gets it in the end takes it off, and you can just slip it through there. If you weave it, you don't have to keep this on here, but I just kind of liked it here to keep it closed. So a little, because it kind of sits like that, so I wanted to keep it closed. So a little ribbon to keep it closed like that. And then let's see, let's do it this way. And I'll show you the scrap pack here. I just gathered up some scraps I had sitting around, some pretty scraps, and put them in here. And there's even a scrap of fabric in here. Little packet of scrap pack, little mini scrap pack for a little mini journal. But I just put it in this little cellophane envelope that I already had, so kind of recycling that from something I got. You know, it has the stickers on it from something I got. But I have 3 of my little sewn together strips here that are in here because this is small. I put small ones in here that I had in my little oh, that's a scrap. Here's the other little sewn together strips. And then here's a couple pieces of fabric scraps. And then all the rest is just little papers, fun little pretty papers that you can use however you wish. Some of them are, you know, like this is folded. So you got that, and then coffee dye paper here. And then this is oh, and I put a couple of extra one extra bridge score sheet in here, and another scrap here, folded up a few times. So yeah, just a little tiny scrap pack for a little tiny journal. I thought that would be fun. So I wasn't going to put anything with it. I didn't think it was really necessary. It's just a little notebook journal, but yeah, then I thought it would be fun to have a few little things to play with. So there you go, including the little fabrics here, and then they match, so it's fun to make little clusters or whatever, decorate something with those little pieces like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the first one. Stay tuned for the next one, and that will be coming up probably in the next day or so. So stay tuned for that, and subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already so you'll be notified of my next video. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.